Giants taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The first throw, here's Winston.
And his first pass is incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Second and 10.
Throwing, Winston. A short one here, secured by the tight end, Waller. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
This defense for the Steelers, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
3rd and short yardage, Winston.
Hyatt there to grab it.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 18 there, and the Giants have a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Play fake. Winston out to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Alex Highsmith making the nice play and getting the sack. Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that tuck rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs
at their own 23. First carry for James Conner. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Pickett now from the gun here.
Johnson's got it complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you?
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, Pickett. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. The Steelers at 2-7 now on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run behind center with Connell. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Bobby Okereke making that tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Pickett back to throw.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted.
It's Deonte Banks with it.
And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Following the interception, Winston. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down.
There's your co-NFL record holder, T.J. Watt, doing what he does best, terrorizing quarterbacks.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured.
They were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
I lost count of the number of turnovers that were occurring in that, or takeaways, however you want to say, in the game since the Reagan administration. This is absolutely unreal.
I was in diapers. 3rd and long for Winston.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone.
That is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Pickett.
Can't get away, and he's taken down.
Kayvon Thibodeaux
able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Pickett and the Steelers in need of a big play here. 3rd and long after the sack.
They'll look to throw.
Here's one deep for Pickens.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
You look at this Steeler defense.
Well, they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down.
Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. That's a 43-yard punt, aided as well by a loss on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Pickett. Addison hauls it in.
And some space here. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
They run the play fake. Here's Pickett.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Kayvon Thibodeaux.
Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play.
One of the league's best linebackers, he ended that play almost before it began, and the running back absolutely overmatched no matter what he tried to do.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Now Pickett. Got his man. It's Warren.
I know it was a game, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
Pass complete to Addison.
And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. No score after 1 on EA Sports. and the first play will be a field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good, and the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead.
So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the third drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say for the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10.
And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss.
Now Jameis on 2nd down. Forced out to his left. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. For a big guy, Jameis sure can move. Did a nice job there picking up the 1st down with his legs.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a 1st down.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 38-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Harrison. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 1st down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll try to throw now. Winston being chased out left.
On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Off the play fake. Winston. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Winston. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. Jameis again.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. They only needed that 1 yard going for it on 4th. I got to be honest, I thought they were going to stay on the ground. They surprised me. Did they surprise you?
I'm with you on that one. I thought they'd find a way to create some type of a power run and try and pick up the first down, but they decided to keep the ball in the hands of the guy who could throw it, and it paid off.
Yeah, that decision paid off indeed. Yeah, he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
And now at this point in the first half, you've got to realize as an offense, you're not going to get it all back in one fell swoop. This is going to be about sustained drives and making sure you finish with points. And that's a good throw there for a first down.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer. But he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Winston. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Emmanuel Ogbah showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
So here's a 3rd and 14. To throw is Winston. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
And his kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer. Field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Pickett now to throw off the play fake. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Dexter Lawrence busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
3rd and long for Pickett. Here's one deep for Pickens. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, their first 2 drives only yielded 3 points. They might be thinking it's time to make something happen. Push the ball downfield and try and gain some points that way. Unfortunately, incomplete.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fights loose. It'll be a 45-yard punt and couple that with a loss on the return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
They're not on that joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9.
They go play action. Winston.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Jameis to throw it.
That is caught.
But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
2nd down, Winston. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 14. From the red zone now, Winston. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
There's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing, Winston. Flushed out right. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants.
Jalen Hyatt,
his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants have taken the lead.
He was able to move around and found some vision to throw the football. And how about how he ended it? Boy, he had some zip on that throw.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to have an arm like that. Results in the touchdown here. Great play offensively. Gano the extra point, and the lead is now 10-3. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
Any questions of how they'd approach this drive were answered right there. They come out throwing, and they get a nice pickup here toward the end of the 1st half.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Pickett. Here's one deep for Pickens. And that is incomplete.
Thus far, they've been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Pickett back to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Following the interception, Winston. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That'll give him 8 that time, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
To throw, Winston. Complete right side to Hyatt. And he's going to have a 1st down, and they get into field goal range here at the 29.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Play action now, Winston. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked up by Joey Porter Jr. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the 1st half. Clock at 20 seconds to go in the half as they come up 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Winston. Well, he's going to look downfield for Barkley. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Winston. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you throw this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half.
But it's intercepted. They got Pickett for the 3rd time in this game. It's Deonte Banks with it.
And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. 1 play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
Meanwhile, Winston's throw brought in by Bellinger.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now a second down throw for Winston.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Here's Winston. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Gano's kick is good, and that's going to tie us at 13.
Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Second and 9 now from the 21. They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
Trying with Pickett here on third down.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Harrison, and not much running room. Down to the 32. And give the tackle to Anthony Walker.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Now Jameis on 2nd down.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long.
On 3rd down, Winston.
And that one complete to Hodgins.
And his bid for the 1st down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Winston.
He'll find Hodgins there complete.
And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Giants go on 4th but come up empty. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They begin on the ground here with Connor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Pickett's and the throw here caught by Addison.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Off the play fake, here's Pickett. Here's one deep for Pickens.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Giants are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
On first down, Harrison. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
One thing rookies need to learn at this level, and quick, make a cut, be decisive, and go. Because in college, you could dance around and wait for a hole to open because you're probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not on the NFL level.
Play action. Winston. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
Second down and 3 with right around 3 minutes remaining in the third quarter. 3's all around.
In motion left, the tight end. Winston now. Touchdown, Giants! Darren Waller from 3 yards out. And the Giants have broken our tie as they take the lead. The touchdown all set up by the big play 1 snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? That's you create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something
Heads up.
to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Looking to throw, Pickett.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And now here's another interception.
Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
First down 10 at the 23-yard line.
First down, Winston. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They started this drive backed up against the wall by the turnover, but I love their fight. Planted their feet and forced the incompletion on first down.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
They go play action. Winston. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick.
And the Steelers force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Thrown out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Right back to Conner here on first.
That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one. He might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. Working out of the gun, it's Pickett.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback, he's not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Pickett and the Steelers in need of a big play here. 3rd and long after the sack.
They'll set up a throw. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Powering forward. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse.
And now off to the races, down the right side.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 65 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Harrison, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8.
Winston.
And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
To throw is Winston.
And that's going to be incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There's pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Gano's kick is good. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a two-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. To the air on first down with Pickett.
Throw left side complete. That's Warren. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Now Pickett.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Isaiah Simmons getting by the offensive line and dropping the quarterback.
There's a reason inside linebackers are often captains of a defense. They call the signals. They have the opportunity to affect the game in coverage, against the run, and, of course, on blitzes. Living in the best of both worlds here. Already has an interception. Now he gets to record a sack, too.
Throwing on third down. Here's Pickett. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Pickett now on first down. Complete to Addison on the out route.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
On 1st and 10 is Conner. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter, and find their way open.
The offense on 3rd down, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 8.
Pickett will look to throw it here.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
And award that sack to Boogie Basham. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Here's one deep for Pickens.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Up the middle they go. Harrison takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle.
74 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. To throw, Winston.
Short throw, going to be caught by Waller.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. A great effort there.
His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Gano now to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
Giants 30, Steelers 13. Graham Gano to kick off for New York.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Pickett. That's caught downfield by Addison.
A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 47 yards.
A gain of 47 on the play. That's good for us Steelers. First down.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
On 1st and 10, it's Pickett.
And the catch made by Johnson. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution. Even though the scoreboard is going against you, you want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Addison hauls it in. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Jordan Addison, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Steelers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this is going to be cut. Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here is third and quite a ways.
Winston to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
Here's Jamie Gillen now.
As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? What about the 18-yard line, it looks like?
Here's first and 10. Here's Pickett. That's to Freiermuth.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Well, there's still hope, but it's dwindling fast. No timeouts left. They need 2 scores still. First and 10 here. Looking to throw here. Pickett. Here's Freiermuth again.
He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
They'll come to the line. This is 3rd and 3. Now Pickett.
He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And this is 4-down territory here. They know down 2 scores at this late stage, 10-yard passes aren't going to do it. So they took the shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Here we go. This is 4th down. Pickett, 4th down, desperation time. That's caught by Addison. And he is going to have the Steelers first down by a couple of yards as they get 5 there on 4th and 3. Pickett to throw.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Pickett.
Under pressure, they got him again. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down.
A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed